It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's tackled at the 30.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and 15. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The third down battle won by Atlanta Carolina's defense, solid coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First down.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On first down, Allen almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Check 26, check 26.
And again, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. Back deep, Jalen Richard. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
A gain of 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Now Joe Mixon. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Anderson. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along, so they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Mixon with it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a 1st down. Flush to his right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
John Brown.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They'll run for it with Akers. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Allen now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Allen now looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
And 13.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Ball resting on the 9 on 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Rosas' kick is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
To throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll run it.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, all even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 38-yard line.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 47-yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Allen going deep for Walker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
This is Hines. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Ball carrier.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On first down, Hines. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run here with Akers. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
3rd and goal.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
To Joe Mixon.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
On the play. And a Cowboy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Tackled by D4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
The Falcons' 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Falcons first down.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Allen's throw is complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Allen off the bootleg.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd, and
they run with Hines. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Another Falcons. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Rosa's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. He'll look to throw. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. So out comes the field goal team once more. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Lions on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score,
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. First throw of overtime for Allen. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Throwing on first down is Allen. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Yeah, he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there in overtime. 51 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a short return to the 6-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Sheldon Richardson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now, 3rd and 11.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Room here to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20.
Prime time, baby.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Dallas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.